Give me a thumbs. Yes, it's exciting, isn't it? Good morning, guys. Welcome to yoga. Benny is very excited for yoga this morning. I'm sure he'll sit down in a minute. Today is all into the hips, and as always, there's a nice balance of strengthening and stretching into them. So let's get started. We'll start in a comfortable cross-legged seat as usual, finding yourself a comfortable place to settle, feeling that grounding and heaviness through your sit bones, lifting your chest nice and tall, and then softening your shoulders away from the ears. Letting your eyes close and just letting everything feel a little softer, feel a little calmer, and feeling that soft focus wash over you. Starting to deepen through your breath, taking a full deep breath in, expanding into the lungs, and a slow softening breath out. And with your next one like that, take that deep breath in, reach your arms to the sky, lengthening tall. As you exhale, let those hands come onto the mat in front of you. Let your chin fall down towards your chest and just start to feel that lengthening across the lower back, across the hips, as you press the feet down into the floor and start to switch on those outer hip muscles. Keep growing longer with each breath in. And keep folding with each breath out. Take one more inhale to grow long forwards. And then as you exhale, walking those hands off towards the right hand side, so your chest moves towards your right knee, and keep that left sit bone on the floor. If you want to make that left side body stretch feel a little bigger, take your left hand, hold your right hand, and gently pull against it. Holding here, breathe in. And then breathing out, go straight to the second side. And again, same option. You can either leave your hands as they are, or right hand, hold onto your left hand and pull against it. Keeping that right sit bone nice and heavy down against the floor. One more breath in. And then breathing out, draw yourself back towards center and then all the way nice and upright. Taking our right leg, and we're going to move it into a little rock the baby. So not too particular how you hold the leg, but generally hooking your right arm underneath and holding your left hand to hold your foot is a nice comfortable way. All I want you to do is to start rocking the baby left to right. Sorry for those that can't see past that very waggy tail. Letting that knee move back behind your shoulder as best you can, whilst you keep your chest nice and tall. So this right hip is getting all of that love. The higher that you lift your leg, the more challenging it'll be for your hips. So foot a little lower is a little more accessible, and foot a little higher up will make that hip opening a little more. Keeping that leg nice and tall, release it out in front of you and come towards boat pose. Let that left leg come and meet it. Chest is nice and broad, arms are reaching forwards. Benny, come here. Benny, come on. Sorry guys, lifting your chest. Stay nice and broad. Take a deep breath in. Now I want you to leave your legs as they are, shins parallel to the floor. Slowly unravel down, lower back finds the floor, but the shoulders don't reach down, so core is very much working here. Keep those shins parallel to floor and bring the knees on top of your hips. Shoulder blades stay up, so your core is still working really, really hard. Your right leg, I want you to reach it away as your arms reach wide. Think of tapping the back of the heel against the floor, and then inhale, draw it back to center. Exhale, arms wide, left leg, reach it forwards, tap to the floor. And exhale to center. Good. Again, breathing in. Breathing out. Left leg, inhale. And exhale. The whole time thinking of keeping your lower back glued down towards the floor. Keep moving from one side to the other. Keeping your chin to your chest and your shoulder blades lifted off the mat. Good. Now take one more onto the left side. And then as you exhale, draw the right ankle across as you come towards your dead pigeon or reclined pigeon. Let me just move forwards. I feel like I'm coming off the screen there. As you come towards that reclined pigeon shape, let your shoulder blades rest down. It should feel like a little bit of a rest for your abs. As you pull that leg in towards you, think of pushing this right knee away. The ankle and the thigh push against each other, and the lower back stays firmly down against the floor. Take a deep breath in and breathing out. Remember, we're warming up, switching on here, guys, so keep strong through the arms, push ankle into thigh, drive that knee away from you. Take one more deep breath in. And then release your bind. Right hand is going to come to hold your right foot. You're going to move it into a half happy baby. Left foot, put it back onto the floor. Let the knee drop wide. So left leg is doing diamond legs. Right leg is doing a happy baby. Pull down with the hand to think of bending right knee towards right armpit. And perhaps your left hand can just encourage that left thigh a little wider. Feel like you're pushing your heel back up into your hand with your happy baby leg as you pull down. So again, they're kind of fighting against each other. Take a deep breath in. And then breathing out, release that foot, hug both knees in towards your chest, make yourself a small little ball. And then finding some momentum, I want you to see if you can roll yourself back up into boat pose. Give it as many little rolls as you need to find some balance here. Lifting through that chest, reaching your arms forwards and keeping your spine nice and long. You can then return yourself to seated cross legs. Left leg this time you can lift up and take your little rock the baby. So again, the higher the toes are, the more challenging it's going to feel. But I want you to really focus on the backwards movement of the knee going behind the shoulder, trying not to lean back with it. Just finding a little bit of movement, softening into that left hip. And then in the same way we did first round, I want you to keep that leg out in front of you. Let the right leg join it as you come back towards boat. Chest is nice and proud, shoulder blades drawing down and back. Keep your legs still, roll your lower back down onto the floor as you come towards this sort of upside down tabletop shape. Reach your arms up towards the sky, breathing in. As you breathe out, one leg reaches away as the arms reach wide. As you inhale, draw them back to center. And exhale to open wide. We're focusing on the lower back to stay down against the floor. That's ensuring our core is very much working. Reaching out through one foot. And keeping that chin towards the chest as your shoulder blades stay up and off of the floor. Good. One more on the left. One more on the right, and then crossing this left ankle over that thigh as you draw it in to take your reclined dead pigeon, pulling with the arms in against that leg, press the ankle against the thigh and keep encouraging this left knee away from you. Press that lower part of your pelvis into the mat, so sort of resist any kind of backwards roll shape. Pushing that foot into the thigh and using the strength of the arms to keep drawing that leg in towards you. Breathe in. And then releasing your bind, left hand holds left foot, right leg takes that diamond shape as you take half happy baby on the left side. Find again that opposition between foot and hand. So kick into the foot, but kick into the hand, but stay strong with the arm to pull back against it. So that left hip should very, very much feel that. Right leg is heavy out towards your right side. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then one more, inhale. As you exhale, draw those knees back in together, small little ball, and then again, see if you can roll yourself up into boat pose. Finding that catch at the top, lift through your chest, take a deep breath in and smile, and then roll yourself over into down dog. Stepping your feet to the back of the mat, lifting your hips high, and just give a moment to open out into the upper body. Lower body has already had a little bit of love. See if you can broaden through those shoulder blades, press the chest back towards the legs, and really start to switch on and open through your shoulders. A deep breath in, feel that space within your chest. And breathing out. And now keep the push back of the chest. I want you to come up high onto the balls of your feet. Notably, that's not coming forwards towards plank. Keep the push back. Let your feet pivot and push your heels down towards the right side of your mat. They don't have to touch down. You should just feel the left side body lengthen as you do that. As you inhale, bring them back tall. Keep pushing chest back. It's still a down dog. And then pivot them over to the other side as you feel that right side body lengthen. One more each side. Inhale, head center, heels are high. Exhale, push them down towards the right. And then last one. Inhale, center. And exhale, push them down towards the left. As you draw yourself back towards a neutral down dog, take a deep breath in as your right leg rises to the sky, three-legged dog. Keep the hip closed to begin with, so that means pelvis faces the floor, so does the knee, so do the toes. And then as you exhale, let the pelvis turn to face the right-hand side. Let the knee in the sky bend, heel towards bum, so you're really cocking that knee as high into the sky as you can. Keep that press back of the chest. Hold this open hip shape, breathing in. As you breathe out, draw that foot to the top of the mat, place it onto the outside of the right hand, so nice and wide at the top of the mat. Sinking front knee on top of front ankle as you inhale, rise into your high lunge, drawing your chest on top of your hips, and then interlace your hands. Press the palms to the sky to take a nice long stretch into the side body. Keep driving the hips forwards and down. Squeeze through left glutes and press away through your back heel. Hold here, deep breath in. And then breathing out, draw your hands down to the mat, drop through your back knee, turn this front foot out just a little bit off towards the right hand side. Peel the thigh away from you, think of leaning slightly back against it, and then once you've found this opening of the hip, you want to tuck your back toes and lift your back knee back off of the mat. Left side of the pelvis stays heavy, dropping down towards the floor. Hopefully you can feel your left hip flexor stretching there, and obviously into the outside of this right hip too. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Roll it back towards center. Hands to the mat, footsteps back, hips to the sky, and into down dog. Take 2 full breaths here. 1 more. Great, left leg, inhale, send it to the sky, three-legged dog. Keep the hip closed to begin with. You should feel it more into that right hamstring. And then let the hips open. Turn the pelvis towards the left-hand side. Bend the knee, heel towards bum. Keep pressing your chest back towards your legs. Hold this open hip shape, breathe in. And then breathe out. Guide that front foot. Keep your hips high to help your foot step forwards without help. Front knee on top of front ankle, rise towards that high lunge. Keep the hips driving down, squeeze through right glutes. Interlace the fingers, press the palms to the sky. As you lean the chest ever so slightly backwards, feel that side body become nice and long. Push away through the back heel. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Hands come to the floor, drop your back knee to begin with, turn the front foot ever so slightly outwards, and then peel that leg away from you. Push it off towards the left-hand side as you lean towards the right. Once you've found that shape, keep those back toes tucked, lift the back knee back off of the floor. The knife edge of this front foot, push it down into the mat. Feel the difference that makes into your left hip. Great, 1 more deep breath in. And then breathe out. You can drop that back knee, turn the foot back in. This time I want you to step your back foot in to meet the front foot. Take a ragdoll fold for a moment. Feet hip distance apart, knees to be bent, belly and thigh nice and close together, perhaps taking a little sway, giving your hamstrings a moment, seeing as the hips are getting all the attention today. Head is nice and loose and floppy, find softness into your neck. And then let your hands come to your waist. Chin to the chest, knees stay bent. Unroll the spine to draw yourself up to stand. All the way nice and tall. And as you exhale, release your arms by your side. So we're going to move through, I guess it's a little bit like a sun salute, but not at all like a sun salute. Step your feet about as wide as your mat and turn your toes ever so slightly outwards. As you inhale, send your arms to the sky and gaze up towards them. And as you exhale, sink into an active squat. So as if you're going to go to Malasana, but pause halfway. Drive your thighs wide and keep your chest facing forwards. Breathing in. Left hand goes to the floor. As you inhale, right arm to the sky. As you twist, keep your hips sinking nice and low. As you exhale, right hand comes down, right foot steps back, drop down onto the knee. Peel that left leg away from you, just as we did a moment ago. Left arm now rises to the sky, a little lean back through your torso. As you exhale, hand comes to the floor, step the foot back, hips into the sky and into downward facing dog. That left leg rises to the sky. Inhale, reach it nice and tall. On the exhale, open the hip, turn the pelvis to the side, heel towards bum. Breathe in and hold. Breathing out, draw that foot to the top of the mat, step it between the hands, help it there if it needs. Drop your back heel down so the toes point towards the right hand side. Left hand stays on the next to your big toe, and as you breathe in, right arm to the sky, a modified extended side angle, push this left thigh towards the left side of your mat, open this left hip. Breathing in. Now look towards your back foot. You're going to come down towards a Skandasana, a low side lunge. Sink your hips down towards your right heel, left toes flex to the sky, hands either in front of your chest or to the floor if you need a little extra balance. See if you can keep that heel grounded, toes flex towards the sky. Breathing in. As you breathe out, power your way into warrior two. Rise to the front of the mat, rebend into that front leg, broaden through your arms and press down through the outer edge of your back foot. Inhale and hold. As you exhale, windmill your right hand down to the floor, turn onto your toes, they all now point forwards, left arm rises to the sky into a simple twist. Breathing in. As you breathe out, hand comes to the floor, back foot steps in to meet the front foot. Use your inhale to halfway rise. And your exhale to fold, maybe give yourself a little pull against your legs. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, arms go up and overhead. And as you exhale, release your hands, step your feet that little bit wider and turn your toes out. Take a deep breath in, rising high with the arms. Breathing out, active squat, push those hips down and back, drive the knees wide. Hold here, take a deep breath in. Breathing out, right hand to the floor, inhale, left arm rises to the sky as you twist, your gaze goes with it. On the exhale, left hand comes down, left foot steps back, drop down onto the knee. As you breathe in, right arm to the sky, push this right leg away from you as you open through this right side. Inhale. Exhale, hand to the floor, foot steps back into down dog, open out through those shoulders. Inhale, right leg rises to the sky, nice and tall, three-legged dog. Exhale, open the hip, heel towards bum, turn your pelvis to face that right-hand side. Hold it there, breathe in. As you breathe out, draw that foot to the top of the mat, step it between the hands, keep those hips high, right smack bang in the middle of the mat. Drop the back foot down, back heel down, shall I say, right hand next to your big toe. Breathing in, left arm rises to the sky, pull your hips under, imagine you're on that tightrope, drive the front thigh a little wider. Hold here, breathing in. Now keep your hips low, think of sending your left sit bone towards your left heel, hands come in front of the chest, sinking down into your low side lunge. Drive this left thigh wider, flex those right toes to the sky. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, strong through that left leg to rise to your warrior two. Broaden through those arms, broaden through the thighs. Inhale. As you exhale, windmill the hands to the floor, pivot onto the back foot, left hand is down, right arm to the sky as you twist. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hand to the floor, back foot steps in, meets the front foot. Use your inhale, halfway rise. And your exhale to fold, maybe give yourself a little assistance. Breathing in, rise up to the sky, arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, release your hands by your side. Step those feet wide. We're going to go through it one more time, perhaps a little quicker. I know we're already going quite quick. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, active squat, hips are back, chest is forwards. Left hand goes to the floor, breathe in, send the right arm to the sky as you twist. Exhale, hand comes down, right foot, step it back, drop down onto the knee. Inhale, lift that left arm high, roll that left leg away from you. Exhale, hand to the floor, foot steps back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, open the hips, scorpion tail that leg. Inhale, draw it tall. Exhale, step that foot to the top of the mat between the hands, drop down your back heel. Inhale, right arm to the sky, extended side angle, push this thigh wider. Exhale, back of the mat, side lunge, drive the right knee wide, flex those left toes to the sky. Inhale, warrior two, drive to the front of the mat, bend front knee on top of front ankle. Exhale, right hand to the floor as you windmill to the mat, left arm to the sky, simple twist. Exhale, hand to the floor, back foot steps in, meets the front foot. Inhale, chest lengthens forward, long spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Maybe give yourself a little pull, little hug. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Arms go up and overhead. Exhale, release your hands by your side. Step your feet wider. Last time, left side. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hips down and back. Drive the thighs wide, weight into the little toe edges. Right hand to the floor. Inhale, left arm rises high. Exhale, hand to the floor. Right foot steps back. Excuse me, left foot steps back. Sorry guys. Inhale, right arm rises to the sky. Press that thigh away from you. Open through your chest. Exhale, hand to the floor. Back foot stepping back. Downward facing dog. That same right leg. Inhale, send it tall. Three-legged dog. Exhale, heel to bum. Open your hips to the side. Take a deep breath in as you hold it. On the exhale, that right foot steps forwards between the hands. Help it there if it needs. Drop the back heel down. Right hand stays next to big toe. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Deep breath in. Keep those hips low as you exhale. Hips down towards left heel. Right toes to the sky. Into your Skandasana, into your side lunge. Inhale. Exhale, drive forwards, warrior two. That's a hard transition. Knee on top of ankle, open the thighs, open the arms. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes to the floor. Pivot onto the back foot. Right arm rises to the sky as you twist. Breathing in. As you breathe out, hand comes to the mat. Back foot steps in, meets the front foot. Inhale, lengthen your chest forwards. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rise your way up to stand. Arms go up and overhead. And exhale, release your arms by your sides. Good, guys. We're moving relatively quickly there. Move yourself back a little bit from the front of the mat so you've got some space in front of you. Take your feet back wide, just as we did a moment ago, and then sink yourself all the way down to the bottom of your squat, into your yogi squat. Let those elbows drive the knees wide. Lift through your chest, stacking your hips right below your chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Right hand, sweep the arm onto the inside of the thigh to step in front of your toe, so you're pinning your right leg wider. As you inhale, left arm rises to the sky, twisting your chest and the gaze follows. Option to stay here, or the hand in the sky drapes around your lower back to find out your right bum cheek, and then that right hand goes in front of the shin to see if you can find the bind. Think of drawing the fist down towards the floor as you turn your chest towards the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, release, draw yourself back to center and then come to the second side. Left arm, sweep it wide. Inhale, send the right arm to the sky. Opening, use that left tricep to push the left leg wider. And then exhale, entering your bind if you wish. Otherwise, stay extended as you drive those thighs away from you. Breathing in and hold. As you breathe out, draw yourself back to center. Either stay into Malasana or perhaps you want to have a quick go at practicing crow. Poet, didn't know it. Hands onto the mat. Lift your hips nice and high to begin with. Get out of that squatty shape. Taking the knees to the back of the triceps. Making sure you're relatively low down towards the elbows, particularly if you're new and learning this. Lean your weight forwards. Bend your elbows. Think chaturanga arms. Heels towards bum to see if you can find some balance. Keep trying or keep holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, great, and 1. Let your feet come to the mat together. Let the heels find the floor. The thighs are squeezing inwards. See if your heels can come down as your arms reach forwards. If you want to make life more challenging, give your legs a little hug. See if we can really get those hips and heels down. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then as gently as possible, I want you to come to seated. So perhaps reach your arms forwards, widen the knees. See if you can place your sit bones down. Take hold of either your big toes or the outer part of your feet. And as you press your toes to the sky, start widening them away from each other as you come into bear pose. So feet are reaching away, the legs can stay bent. The hamstrings have not had too much love today, so they won't feel their longest. But the hips, the opening of those hips, press those legs away from you. Lift through your chest, hold your belly in nice and firm. Shoulder blades are drawing down and back, let your neck feel nice and long. Inhale. And then as you exhale, draw the feet back together into crossed legs. We'll go left shin in front. You can make your cross legs that little bit more intense by wiggling your feet towards the outer edges of your mat and then picking your bum up and moving it back. If you've got more range in your hips, take fire log by placing the ankle on top of the thigh and that the shins come together. Whichever one you're in, breathe in, send the arms to the sky. And as you breathe out, let your hands come to rest in front of you, knowing that if you've taken fire log, stacking the ankle on top of the knee, it'll feel a lot more intense, and perhaps the knee and the ankle don't meet, and that's fine. Draw space between your ribs and your hips as you breathe in. And keep allowing the body to tip the body weight slightly forwards as you breathe out. Great, one more breath in. As you breathe out, release, draw yourself up, and then simply either switch across the legs so the other shin is in front, right shin is in front, or if you're taking your fire log, you can now stack right ankle on top or right shin on top. This amount of distance, I say, is workable with fire log. If your knee is up here, take the foot off the front and make it more like a deeper cross-legged fold. Feet are flexed, toes towards shins, breathing in, lift tall. Breathing out, folding forwards. Keep allowing to think of the knees falling away from the torso. Seeing if you can find a little bit of softness through the hips to encourage those legs to drop. Grow a little longer, inhale. Stay soft as you exhale. As you release, walk yourself up, untangle those legs and let the soles of the feet come to face one another. Little toes to stay connected and the big toes to fall apart from one another. Let your heels draw as close to your sit bones as you can without compromising your posture, your upright shape of your lower back. Interlacing your hands to hook underneath your feet is generally the best method of staying upright here. As you pull against your little toes, you're going to feel like you're lifting your feet up, but you're going to push your feet back down so that you're not actually moving anywhere. Use that tension to pull your chest tall as you press your thighs away from you. So generally, you can find a better active stretch here than you can from letting your body fold forwards without that tension that you can create within your body. So I want you to feel if you can use the muscles of your outer hips, feel the lengthening of your inner thighs as you press those legs away from you. Toes push down into your hands, hands pull up into your toes. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. And then releasing, stepping those feet in front of you, making sure you've got a little bit of space behind you to roll down onto your back, keeping your feet onto the mat, hip distance apart, arms are forwards, tucking that tailbone, hollowing out the front of the body as you slowly come all the way down onto your back. Let your knees hug in towards your chest, give yourself a little squeeze, maybe a soft little rock, little movement from left to right. And then crossing your right leg on top of your left and fully crossing them so you're coming towards a supine cow face. Knees are into your midline, squeeze the thighs inwards, open your feet as wide as you can. You can either hug the back of the legs, or if you've got a little bit more range, you can reach up to grab the outside edges of your feet and then put your shoulders and head back onto the floor as you feel like you're pulling your feet towards the top of your mat, as if you're pulling them towards your shoulders. Keeping your heels away from your bum will intensify the stretch. Bringing your feet lower down will soften it. Great, release your feet and simply switch sides. Send the left leg on top. Get those thighs really squeezing together. Think of your inner thighs connecting, and then same options. Either interlace around the back of the thighs or come to grab those feet. Thinking of moving them up away from your bum and then in towards your torso. And then releasing your feet. Hug those knees back in towards your chest, give yourself a little squeeze. And then releasing them, stepping the legs out, nice and heavy, nice and floppy, onto the mat. Your arms to do the same alongside you. Let everything fully release. Feel the real weight of your limbs against the floor. Closing your eyes. And just taking these last few moments to watch the movement of breath. Watch as it starts to move a little slower, a little softer. Feeling the heart rate do the same. And then taking a deep breath in. Reawakening the body and finding some movements in fingers and toes, maybe a stretch up above the head. Let your knees hug back in towards your body. Give yourself a little hug. And then softly allow yourself to roll up towards seated. Stacking that chest tall on top of your hips, rolling the shoulders back. With your final breath in, let your arms circle wide, reach them to the sky, gazing up. And your final breath out, hands towards the belly and the chin down towards the chest. Thank you so much, guys. I feel like Benny finally chilled out there after a couple of minutes. I'd love to hear what you thought. If you're taking this live, I'll be on the little chat box next to the class. Otherwise, I'd love if you could leave me a comment under the class, particularly if you enjoyed it. I hope you could join me again for another online class soon. I'm here every Sunday morning. I very much appreciate if you're able to contribute towards these classes. The link to my PayPal is also just below the video. For those that are interested in some extra yoga learning, yesterday I announced my upcoming live online workshop, which is all about back bends and building the strength and movement in our lower backs to progress our back bends. You can find the information about that in the link under the video as well. Any questions, let me know.